Hello, everybody. I wanted to do a video about my mother, Obatala. I wanted to talk about her today. Whew. Um, I've seen so many talk about Obatala over the years, and you gain so much information in time. But the relationship that I've developed with her is just, it is amazing. But it is a relationship that I've had to develop a lot on my own because not a lot of people really speak on her. Not a lot of people I think really know a lot about her. So I'm here to give you um, information on Iyami Obatala. Okay, so let's talk about it. First off, Iyami Obatala is the ultimate form of femininity and beauty. Okay, she just is. For her initiates, they know that. For those that don't know her, she's more of a nebulous energy that they're not quite clear on. They honor her and give mad respect for her, but to have her as your mother in Orisha is a major thing. Okay, so she brings calm, she brings peace, she brings regalness, she brings a stern, analytical, wise energy. So that means that it's just like the energy of working with her is just very different. She's very similar to, she's a very mothering energy. I mean, very mothering energy. The type of mother that wouldn't necessarily give you the eye, but she's gonna pull you aside and have a conversation with you. She's gonna have some contact with you. You know what I mean? Especially if you were a kid, she's gonna listen. This is not acceptable, right? There's a certain way. This is Iyami Obatala. Okay. She will also come to you and tell you how she really wants you to carry yourself in the world. She is, I cannot express this enough. She's extremely feminine. So you want to think hair done, nails done, makeup on, lipstick on. But it can be very understated with her. So you will notice that she's there. You will see her because she is just, she's a beauty that you cannot miss. But she's also very quiet. She kind of hangs back. She's not the flashy person. She's a little bit more reserved. Okay. She's very analytical, and I think that that's just an energy of Obatala's, period, male or female, especially as their children, wherein which we dissect every single thing. We're going to think about it up, down, backwards, forwards, backwards, this side, that side, and all these things before we can get out the house. I I have bumped into mates of children of Obatala, and they're like, "Would you just please, to their mate, would you please just make a decision so we can get out the door?" And that can be an energy of Obatala where we are heavily, especially as children of Obatala, we're going to think heavily about any decision that we're going to make, which can be a little crippling at times, but it's something that you learn to work through. Um, Obatala brings peace. Iyami Obatala brings peace. She brings you the peace, and or la paz, as they say. She brings you the peace of understanding that peace is about everything in life. There is no part of life that cannot be addressed in a peaceful manner. And so the peace of having a regular, steady job is how she touches finance. The peace of having a peaceful home where children are safe and there are not too many outbursts and things of the like is peace of parenting and peace of the home. Um, Peace in a relationship is trust. She brings you peace in all areas of your life. Okay? She's also going to bring you wisdom. One of the things as a child of Obatala, we have, I think, as children of Obatala, we are striving to get to these amazing, pristine, and near perfect, otherwise perfect, characteristics that Obatala is and embodies. However, as children, we are still trying to learn those things. So you you may be you may have a real serious bout of anger about you. I mean, as a matter of fact, I can't say that I have met any Obatala children that don't snap. You know what I mean? Um, they definitely had that energy about them, but there's also the energy of like you're learning over time to calm, that your coolness, that the coolness and the clarity and the wisdom and being slow to movement brings you better results. Because Obatala, be it mother or father, is bringing you that lesson. I hope I'm very clear on that. The children of this Orisha, we tend to be have some serious tempers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we are learning to develop a gentle character. We're learning to be peaceful. We're learning to be careful about the steps that we take. One of the main things about Obatala is that you are not supposed to rush to anything. You're supposed to take your time. You have to take your time. One of the first things I heard when I got to this tradition was if you miss a bus, another one's always coming. That is a thing with Obatala children. There is no need to rush. There is no need to rush. She wants things her way, and all things are going to be her way. You may have a plan, you may have an idea, but it's going to be her way. It is that simple. I cannot explain this. I think that other children of Obatala, specifically Iyami Obatala, understand the energy of her. When it's her way, it's just her way. And that's just that. And you are going to understand she's very serious about making sure that you get the point of following the tenets that she has laid out in your life. Okay? What's another thing? Oh my God, yes. All children of Obatala have a thing with cleanliness. Okay, Obatala is about like things have to be clean. Okay, I have seen. You just know when we're in the building. I mean, literally, you know when you're in our house, and if our house is in disarray, something's seriously wrong. It's just not. Obatala is about pristine cleanliness. Okay. And I mean Obatala puts in the work to make sure things are right. Not just wanting things clean, but getting out there, doing that mopping, doing that sweeping, getting on the floor to scrubbing the walls, making sure everything is up to her level of what she feels is clean. Okay? She also is very powerful. I mean, very powerful. She will, but you have to understand she moves at the pace of Obatala. Obatala has understood over time that there's no need to rush. There are definitely some paths of Obatala that are like, boom. But there are quite a few paths of Obatala that are like, when we get there is when everything begins. That is how, like, there's no need to rush. We will get there and it will be fine. Okay? Obatala gives you peace through problems. And I mean peace through problems, through major problems. You can withstand a lot when Obatala, and you don't, at this point, you don't even have to be a child of Obatala. When that energy, when you are relying on that energy and asking for peace, and counting on Obatala to bring you that peace, oh yes, you can sense it and you can get through a multitude of issues and problems. And I mean major issues and problems. Um, she takes, Obatala takes all white foods. She also likes a lot of things sweet. There's no salt, no salt. But sweets, most definitely. And if you can find some white sweets, you really on it. Okay. She's also understand this about Iyami Obatala. She is extremely sensual. Extremely sensual. And I won't go any further into that. I think that it speaks for itself. Um, she also, as you know, Obatala represents, as most people know, but I will say that here, Obatala is known to be the king, queen of the white cloth. And the white cloth represents all of um, the creation energy substances of the universe. They're white for the most part. Or yeah, you know. Um Obatala brings you the big goals too. I mean the big goals. Um the big goals. So and when you recognize that that is what has happened, you are so, I think, at least in my case, very grateful for anything that Obatala has brought brought to me, and also very, very slow to give it away or walk away from it. Like, Obatala gave this to me. This is major. And unless I get word from Obatala, it's time for me to change things around. I'm right here. Okay? Obatala brings you the big things. That's, and those big things are not necessarily always something that are slow in coming. It could be your health in an emergency, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Obatala helps in the raising of children. She really loves for children to be happy, well, satisfied. This is an Obatala thing. I can't, as I can't speak about other things. I know that other Orisha darn sure are involved in that process and definitely feel that way. But Obatala, oh, eat till your heart is content, honey. Eat as much as you want. Have the sweets, have the food, eat the chips, play the games because the kids need to be happy. That is Obatala's energy. Not necessarily always Obatala's children energy because we're very stern. We generally tend to carry that energy easily. But the ability to just hand, and it is something that when you're near, when you understand that Obatala's really in that room, there is no to a child, especially when it comes for food and joy and happiness, and them and bringing out that essence in children that is just childlike joy. Obatala really enjoys that. Okay, some things that I did not write down. Um, you must get your rest. Working with Obatala, like they're burning the wick on both ends, that's a no-no. You have to get your sleep. You have to get your sleep. Take good care of your health. Take good care of your eyes. Take good care of your bones. Take good care of yourself. Get your rest. And not just sleep, but rest. Moments of solitude are rest for children of Obatala. When we know that we're being frayed and pulled in all kinds of directions, it is just a quiet moment of just that can give a child of Obatala rest, because it's like Obatala is helping to fine tune you. That's the way that I would put that. Um, what else would I say that I have learned? I have learned being an initiate of Obatala, Iyami Obatala. I've also learned that rushing is, I said it earlier, but rushing really is not a thing. It just really is not a thing. And it's funny, you guys know here at this channel I do readings and such like that. I am not big on single mothers getting jobs where they got to be to work 8 o'clock in the morning, and you know that hour is just inane and crazy because they generally have to tend to their babies before they get to work. And it tends to make the energy of the job much more important than your child, right? And I would always say you have to negotiate for yourself. That is why you would come and talk to a person like myself, because you want to be able to live your life where you can get to work with ease, no stress. You're not stressing, you're not yelling at your child. It's an easy going day. This is the process when it comes to being a child of Obatala. It's something that I've noticed about myself over time. Ease is the process. It is not about working through tiny crevices and spots on purpose. Now, sometimes you find yourself in those places, and please know, the peace of Obatala will pull you out of it with ease. With ease. What's another thing that I would impart to you about Obatala? Tending to yourself, tending to your mind are key things when it comes to Iyami Obatala in particular. Taking care of your looks and taking care of your brain. She's about knowledge. There are some stories where in which the male path of Obatala, and it depends on how you hear this, so everyone has a different way. I've heard this many different ways, but because, you know, Yeye is my mother, Iyami Obatala is my mother, this is the one that I would, that I'm going to say now. There's a story where Obatala was creating human beings and had a little bit too much palm wine and started to create those that are now sacred to Obatala, which are those that are disabled and disfigured. And Iyami Obatala came in and sent Obatala to go and sleep it off, so to speak, and then she took over, continuing to create the rest of humanity. It's about understanding and appreciating there's a balance in life. That's probably one of the biggest things. Children of Obatala tend not to drink. They tend not to eat salt. They tend to, and it depends on where you are in the world as to how the tradition is observed. There are many different things, but they tend to wear a lot of white or light colors. Just really, okay? So I wanted to come here to talk to you about her. Think of, you know, if you want to bring forward your inner Obatala and it's your mother, and you wanna play in that realm, think long linen maxi dresses. That's her. To the T. Okay? Have a good day, everyone. Peace.